Beloved starseed of Gaia, your light has become impossible to overlook, and the attention around you is revealing just how powerfully you stand apart. I am Alaya Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters. What others sense in you is not something to fear. It is the unmistakable remembrance of a soul carrying a divine blueprint from home. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your star lineage and anchor your Pleiadian mission on Gaia. But here's the first revelation. You are not standing out because you seek approval. You are standing out because your heart-centered unity is awakening something others have forgotten within themselves. This isn't content, it's a light code transmission. Your heart called this message into your awareness, and your star family is answering. The Pleiades are reminding you that your crystalline consciousness was never meant to shrink for the comfort of others. Let their attention become confirmation, not distraction. You are returning home through remembrance, love, and inner certainty. Like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family, I remember. Subscribe if you feel the call of the Pleiades and are ready to anchor your light mission on Gaia. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, listen closely. Your star family has prepared the sacred Pleiadian guide for remembrance, the Pleiadian healing guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as information, but as keys to unlock what your soul already knows. These carry the love frequency of Alcyone and the healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. And now, breathe deeply, because what is happening around you requires a different kind of understanding. The attention, the whispers, and the subtle changes in how people respond to you are not meant to pull you into fear or suspicion. They are showing you that your energy has become impossible to ignore. When a person begins to live from the heart instead of from the need for approval, the entire field around them begins to reorganize, just as still water forms new patterns when a stone enters its depths. Some people will feel inspired by your transformation, others will feel challenged by it, not because you have attacked them, exposed them, or tried to prove anything, but because your presence reflects a possibility they have been avoiding within themselves. Your peace reveals their inner conflict. Your authenticity reveals where they have been performing. Your willingness to stand alone reveals how deeply they have depended on belonging to something that no longer matches their soul. This is why the attention may feel confusing. You may not be seeking recognition, yet recognition seems to find you. You may be speaking quietly, yet your words travel farther than expected. You may be doing ordinary things, yet people sense something unusual in the way you carry yourself. This is not always about what you say. It is about what your nervous system, your heart, and your energy field are communicating before you ever speak. A person who has made peace with their inner world carries a different atmosphere. Others may not have language for it, but they feel the difference. For many Pleiadian starseeds, disconnection begins with a belief that being different is a problem to solve. Early in life, you may have learned to soften your insight, hide your sensitivity, silence your questions, and make yourself easier for others to understand. You may have been called too intense, too emotional, too idealistic, too distant, or too observant. Perhaps you were praised only when you were useful, agreeable, or quiet. Over time, you may have mistaken these protective adaptations for your identity, but your sensitivity was never a defect in your design. It was an instrument, your ability to feel what others conceal, notice patterns beneath appearances, and sense whether a space carries harmony or distortion is part of your heart intelligence. Like a finely tuned instrument, your field registers changes others overlook. The challenge is not learning how to feel less. The challenge is learning how to remain open without allowing every vibration to enter your field and claim residence there. The first initiation is the clearing of the veil. This does not mean becoming suspicious of everyone around you. It means releasing the fear-based interpretations that cause you to believe every glance is a threat, every disagreement is rejection, and every conversation about you is an attack. Your star family does not ask you to become hardened. They ask you to become clear. Scripture reminds us God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Clarity is part of that sound mind. It is the lamp you carry through uncertain rooms. Clarity allows you to observe without absorbing. You can recognize jealousy without carrying it. You can notice manipulation without becoming consumed by it. You can see that someone is uncomfortable with your growth without needing to shrink in order to make them comfortable. The heart-centered being does not meet distortion with more distortion. You do not need to return bitterness to the person who offered it. You only need to stop treating their reaction as a definition of your worth. Their discomfort may be information, but it is not your identity. As the veil clears, you begin to understand that standing out is not the same as standing above. This distinction is essential. Your Pleiadian essence is not here to create a hierarchy of awakened and unawakened people. It is here to remember unity. You are not more valuable because you can sense what others cannot yet sense. You are being invited to use your awareness as a bridge, not as a weapon. The true light does not need to announce that it is brighter. It simply makes the path more visible for everyone willing to walk it. The second initiation is the awakening of the heart template. Beneath the roles you learn to play is a deeper pattern of unconditional presence. This is the crystalline memory carried through your emotional body, the remembrance that love can be intelligent, discerning, and strong. Love does not require you to tolerate disrespect. Love does not ask you to remain available to those who repeatedly drain you. Love does not mean abandoning yourself so another person can avoid facing their own reflection. Your heart template teaches you to respond from wholeness. When people speak about you, you do not have to chase every rumor. When someone misunderstands you, you do not have to exhaust yourself proving your intentions. When someone feels threatened by your light, you do not have to dim it, nor do you need to shine it into their eyes. You simply return to the quiet center within you and ask, what response preserves my peace and honors the truth? That question is a frequency key. It moves you out of reaction and back into choice. It reminds your body that you are not trapped in the emotional weather of other people. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to leave a conversation unfinished. You are allowed to let silence protect what explanation would only expose. You are allowed to be known by those who have the maturity to meet you without trying to reduce you. Even Jesus withdrew from crowds to pray. Sacred withdrawal is not rejection of life. It is restoration of the inner sanctuary. The third initiation is anchoring your star essence into Gaia. Many starseeds feel different because part of them is constantly reaching toward the subtle realms, toward the feeling of home, toward a frequency where communication is transparent and love is not treated as weakness. But your mission is not to remain suspended in longing. Your mission is to bring the frequency of home into the life you are living now. The stars may awaken your memory, but the earth gives that memory a body, a voice, and a place to serve. Ground yourself through simple things. Feel your feet against the earth. Drink water slowly. Rest before exhaustion forces you to rest. Spend time in nature without needing a revelation. Prepare a meal with attention. Open a window and notice the air against your skin. Let your body become a safe vessel for your awareness. The more grounded you are, the less easily other people's opinions can pull you from your center. A tree reaches toward heaven because its roots are willing to descend deeply into soil. Some may expect you to become dramatic because your awakening is real. But true activation often looks quiet. It looks like no longer responding to bait. It looks like ending a pattern without announcing the ending. It looks like choosing a smaller circle because your soul no longer wants to exchange intimacy for access. It looks like leaving behind the need to be understood by everyone. It looks like answering with patience where you once answered with pain, and choosing rest where you once chose performance. Your groundedness may be exactly what unsettles those who benefited from your confusion. They may remember the version of you who over-explained, apologized for having needs, and stayed in spaces long after your spirit had withdrawn. When that version disappears, people who relied on it may begin talking. They may call your boundaries arrogance. They may call your discernment coldness. They may call your healing a phase. Let them use the language available to them. Your transformation does not require their accurate description. A seed does not stop growing because someone calls the soil dark. It continues according to the law written within it. The fourth initiation is the activation of unity consciousness. This is where you stop asking, "Why are they threatened by me?" and begin asking, What is this moment showing me about the energy I am choosing to embody? That question does not excuse harmful behavior. It simply returns your power to you. It moves your attention away from the drama of another person's reaction and brings it back to the altar of your own choices. Unity consciousness does not mean pretending that every interaction is harmonious. It means remembering that separation is often an appearance created by fear, conditioning, and unhealed pain. You can hold a boundary and still refuse hatred. You can walk away and still wish someone healing. You can recognize that a person is not safe for your inner world without declaring them unworthy of growth. You can pray for someone from a distance without reopening a door they have repeatedly used to harm you. This is one of the most advanced forms of Pleiadian strength, remaining loving without becoming available for misuse. Your compassion becomes precise. Your kindness becomes conscious. You stop confusing a generous heart with an unguarded door. Even the ocean has a shoreline. The boundary does not make the ocean less vast. It gives its movement a form through which its power can be experienced. The fifth initiation is the release of performance. There is a part of you that may still be tempted to prove that you are good, evolved, worthy, intuitive, or chosen. This part wants everyone to understand that your intentions are pure. It wants to correct every false impression. It wants to make sure no one can accuse you of being selfish for prioritizing your path. It may keep you awake rehearsing explanations for people who have already decided not to listen. But the more aligned you become, the less interested you are in managing every perception. Your soul did not come here to win a public argument about who you are. Your soul came here to embody a frequency so consistently that your life becomes the evidence. A river does not debate with every stone in its path. It continues moving, shaping the landscape through persistence rather than argument. You are not required to convince those committed to misunderstanding you. You are not required to explain a boundary to someone who only wants to negotiate it. You are not required to make your light palatable to people who feel safer in dimness. Your integrity can exist without applause. What is true in you does not become less true because it is not immediately recognized. This does not mean you stop examining yourself. A heart-centered path includes humility. Ask yourself where you may have reacted from old wounds, where pride may have entered and where fear may have disguised itself as intuition. The goal is not to assume you are always right. The goal is to become honest enough to correct yourself without abandoning yourself. A clear mirror does not flatter or condemn. It simply reveals what is there so healing can begin. The sixth initiation is the restoration of star family connection. When the world around you becomes noisy, your inner connection may seem distant. You may wonder whether you imagined the signs, the dreams, the sensations, or the quiet certainty that you are part of something larger. But connection is not always experienced as a voice or a vision. Sometimes it is the strength to continue gently when no one applauds. Sometimes it is the unexpected calm that arrives after you choose truth. Sometimes it is the person who appears at the exact moment you need a reminder that you are not alone. The Seven Sisters are not calling you away from humanity. They are calling you deeper into compassionate participation. The Pleiadian field is not an escape from the difficulties of Earth. It is a pattern of cooperation, healing, and intelligent love that you are learning to express within this world. The stars may be a compass, but your life here is the landscape where the journey unfolds. Your star family does not need you to be perfect. They need you to be present. They need you to remember that every interaction is an opportunity to either reinforce separation or transmit coherence. A calm response can interrupt a cycle that has existed for generations. A truthful boundary can teach another person that love does not require self-betrayal. A simple act of patience can become a signal in the unity grid. You may never know how far one peaceful choice travels through the invisible web of human lives. The seventh initiation is embodiment. This is the point where you no longer treat awakening as something that happens to you. You become responsible for what you do with what you remember. Your gifts are not ornaments. Your sensitivity is not merely a source of fascinating experiences. Your insight is meant to serve life. Revelation becomes sacred only when it changes the way you walk, speak, create, forgive, and protect what has been entrusted to you. Perhaps your mission expresses itself through art, healing, teaching, caregiving, honest conversation, leadership, protection, invention, or the creation of peaceful spaces. Perhaps you are here to raise children with emotional freedom, transform a workplace through integrity, or become the first person in your family to end a cycle of silence. Mission does not always look cosmic from the outside. Often, it looks like choosing love in a place where fear has been repeated for a very long time. The most powerful portals may be found in ordinary kitchens, quiet offices, hospital rooms, gardens, and conversations where someone finally feels safe enough to tell the truth. This is why the attention around you is increasing. Your energy is becoming coherent, and coherent energy is noticeable. People sense when you are no longer divided against yourself. They sense when your words and choices begin to match. They sense when you are no longer available to be shaped by every opinion that enters your field. Your alignment is like a steady note held in a room of scattered sounds. Those who are ready may harmonize with it, while those who are resisting may become restless. Some will move closer because your coherence feels like safety. Some will move away because it challenges the identity they built around your former availability. Both responses can be part of the same divine reorganization. Not everyone is meant to accompany you into the next expression of your life. Do not chase those who leave simply because you stopped abandoning yourself. Do not interpret every ending as punishment. Some endings are the soul's way of making room for relationships that can meet you in truth. The space created by separation may feel empty at first, but emptiness is not always loss. Sometimes it is the chamber where your next frequency settles. The quiet after an ending can be the first place where you hear your own guidance clearly. And now, receive this gently. The people who are talking about you are not necessarily the people who understand you. Their conversations may be built from fragments, assumptions, envy, admiration, confusion, or a mixture of all of these. But none of their interpretations can reach the deepest truth of your being unless you allow them to become your inner voice. You are not the version of yourself created by someone else's discomfort. You are not the rumor, the projection, the misunderstanding, or the old story repeated in a new room. You are the consciousness learning to move through all of it without losing contact with the love at your center. As Proverbs teaches, a gentle answer turns away wrath. Sometimes the gentlest answer is a measured word. Sometimes it is refusing to enter the argument at all. The Pleiadian High Council, in the language of your own heart, is reminding you that visibility is not always a sign that you must perform. Sometimes visibility is simply the consequence of becoming real. When you stop hiding from your own light, the world begins to notice the outline of what you had been protecting. You do not need to place yourself on a stage. You only need to stop living as though your existence requires permission. You may be entering a period where synchronicities accelerate. Conversations may confirm thoughts you had been carrying privately. People may reveal their intentions without being asked. Opportunities may arrive through unexpected connections. At the same time, certain doors may close with unusual finality. Let this happen without forcing an explanation for every movement. Not every closed door is a rejection. Some are protection. Some are redirection. Some simply mark the end of a room in which your lesson has been completed. Your life is not becoming chaotic. It is becoming more honest. The false agreements are losing energy. The relationships based on your silence are being tested. The identities built around your self-denial are dissolving. What remains may feel smaller for a moment, but it will be more alive. It will contain more truth, more breath, and more room for the soul you came here to express. Do not mistake a purified life for an empty one. What is authentic may arrive quietly, but it carries roots. Place your hand over your heart if you are able. Feel the warmth beneath your palm. You do not need to force a vision. You do not need to hear a message. Let your body receive the simple recognition that you are here, now, on Gaia, with a purpose that unfolds through ordinary choices. Let the breath move beneath your hand as a reminder that life is already participating in your healing. Say within yourself, I release the need to be understood by everyone. I honor my sensitivity as wisdom. I remain loving without abandoning my boundaries. I allow my Pleiadian essence to serve through grounded, compassionate action. Then breathe. There is a difference between being watched and being witnessed. Being watched can feel invasive because it carries judgment and projection. Being witnessed by the field of love feels different. It does not demand a performance. It simply recognizes what is becoming true within you. Your star family is not observing you to evaluate whether you deserve support. They are reflecting the support that has always surrounded your becoming. You are never asked to prove that you belong among the stars. You are asked to remember how to bring star consciousness into the places that have forgotten tenderness. You are never asked to become invulnerable. You are asked to become transparent enough that love could move through you without being distorted by fear. Strength is not the absence of feeling. It is the ability to feel deeply and still choose what is aligned. This is the ultimate revelation. You did not become noticeable because you were meant to feed the world's fascination with you. You became noticeable because the part of you that once hid its truth is no longer willing to disappear. The attention is not the destination. It is a signal that your inner alignment has crossed a threshold. What others are sensing may be the absence of your old permission. You are no longer giving everyone access to your energy simply because they ask. You are no longer making yourself smaller to preserve false peace. You are no longer apologizing for the quiet authority of your own experience. This can feel threatening to people who knew how to reach you through guilt, confusion, or emotional pressure. But the love frequency of the Pleiades does not require you to return to the old pattern. Love is not measured by how much of yourself you can sacrifice. Love is measured by the truth, presence, and healing you bring when you are no longer acting from fear. A candle does not honor darkness by extinguishing itself. It honors the room by continuing to give light without demanding that every shadow disappear at once. Your star family is saying, let them talk, but do not let their words become your home. Let them speculate, but do not hand them the map to your inner world. Let them witness your evolution from whatever distance is appropriate, while you continue walking with humility and courage. You can bless the path behind you without turning back to live there. You are not here to be universally accepted. You are here to be deeply aligned. You are not here to make every person comfortable with your awakening. You are here to make your presence safe for truth, safe for healing, and safe for the love that wants to move through this world. The measure of your path is not how few people misunderstand you, but how faithfully you remain connected to what is true. Tonight, before sleep, place your hand on your heart and say aloud, I remember my Pleiadian origin. I align with the love of my star family. I activate my heart mission with grace, clarity, and divine purpose. I am home. Let the words settle beyond the mind. Let them become a gentle instruction to every layer of your being. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are not failing because the path has required solitude. You are learning the difference between isolation and sacred discernment. You are learning that the right people will not ask you to betray your frequency in order to remain connected. And when the next conversation about you reaches your awareness, pause before reacting. Ask whether it deserves your energy. Ask whether responding would create clarity or simply continue a cycle. Then choose the action that leaves your heart clean. Before you speak, feel whether the words are coming from the wound that wants to be defended or from the wisdom that knows what must be protected. Your silence may be wisdom. Your explanation may be necessary. Your departure may be love. Your presence may be the medicine. Trust yourself to know the difference. You carry a crystalline memory of cooperation, gentleness, and shared purpose. You carry a frequency that reminds others of what they have suppressed in themselves. This is why your presence can be magnetic. This is why some people feel comforted while others feel exposed. The same light can soothe one person and reveal another person's resistance. Do not take responsibility for every reaction your light evokes. Take responsibility for keeping the light clear. Clean light does not mean perfect behavior. It means returning again and again to honesty, humility, compassion, and discernment whenever the field becomes clouded. That is your power now, not control over what people say, not control over what people say, not control over who stays, not control over how quickly the world recognizes you. Your power is the choice to remain connected to the heart while everything around you rearranges. You are not required to supervise the entire process. You are only required to take the next truthful step. The conversation about you will eventually become less important than the conversation happening within you. And within you, a deeper truth is speaking. You are allowed to be seen without performing, loved without proving, and different without defending your existence. The Seven Sisters are not distant from you. Alcyone is not merely a point of light in the sky. In your symbolic inner language, it is a remembrance of central warmth, a field of belonging that you can begin to embody wherever you stand. Each time you choose compassion over retaliation, discernment over fear, and authenticity over approval, you make that frequency tangible on Earth. This is how reunion happens, not only through visions, dreams, or signs, but through the way you treat your own heart when the world misunderstands it. You become the meeting place between the memory of the stars and the needs of this moment. You become the bridge, not by escaping the human experience, but by infusing it with conscious love. And as you do, the attention around you loses its power to frighten you, because you remember that your purpose was never to be admired. It was to become a living remembrance of love. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real, then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content, it's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it, and if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started.